There is a payoff to every single thing in your life. You are getting something out of it. Meaning, take everything you hate about your life right now. Think about it. Everything you hate about yourself, everything you hate about the patterns in terms of how you live, the things you do, all those moments you're like, why can't I change? Why do I keep doing this? Think back to New Year's resolutions, right? Everyone's like, this year's going to be different. Is it? My money will always be betting against you. Why? Because you are getting something out of the things that are hurting you. Otherwise, you would have changed it. Anyone here want to lose weight? Raise your hand. Okay. If you've been trying and you haven't, you don't. A part of you loves being out of shape, or you would have. Anyone here want to make more money? Bullshit. A part of you loves being broke. Now, of course, taking this out of context, you're like, well, Julien, you don't understand the situation I'm in. Okay, sure. But if you're not seeing visible progress, you love being broke. If you feel like, and this is what, for me, it felt like, this invisible hand keeps reaching out and pulling you back, no matter how hard you try, then that means a part of you loves whatever you're currently experiencing. So building on that premise, if you love, more specifically, a part of you loves everything about your life, the secret to freeing yourself is talking to that part of you. And that's actually self-sabotage. You think you are screwing yourself over, but that's not true. You're giving yourself exactly what you want, but you're not aware of the part of you that wanted it. So the 4 things to remember is, number 1, triggers. Use these when it comes to awareness. When your response is disproportionate to reality, when something takes over, right? Everyone's like, I want to be on stage, I want to express myself, do it. Can't. Triggered. But the next 3, when it comes to introspection, are the most important. Number 2 is why. Follow the trail of whys. If there's a goal, you're trying to move towards it, and you keep being pulled back again and again and again, why? Number 3, when? When did this first start? And number 4, shadow questions. Why, when, shadow questions is the behind the scenes of all my videos where I'm coaching someone on stage. If you're watching those just for pure entertainment, you are missing out. You should be, 1, sure, watch them for entertainment, see how they impact you, see what resonates. But more importantly, you should be analyzing every single thing that I say through this lens here. Meaning, if I bring someone up, the questions that I'm asking, it's not me guessing, like, oh, what about this? Or it's not coming from me. There are a couple, sure, like, how do you feel about you? That might open it up. But every single thing that I ask after that comes from the client. It's based off something they said, or something that was implied in what they said. Okay? So, let's just say, for example, someone is like, I just keep trying to achieve success and I just can't. I keep procrastinating, right? I try and I just fall back into old habits. Guaranteed a lot of you have experienced this. Well, what's most mainstream advice? You need to double down on productivity. You're just not being productive enough. You need to work on your mindset. What I would ask is, why is success not for you? Why don't you want success? That is a shadow question. Now, the default reflex you probably experience is, well, of course I do. What are you talking about, Julien? Of course I do. I just said I have trouble being successful. That's the conscious answer. But what if there's another part of you that doesn't want it? That's a shadow question. It's talking to that part of you. It's like playing the devil's advocate. Everything you hate about your life, what if a part of you loved it? Well, hey, step 1 to freeing yourself is understanding why that part of you loves it. No? I feel miserable all the time, Julien. Why do you love feeling miserable? I don't. Bullshit. That's the right answer, not the real answer. What if a part of you does? Talk to it. What is that part of you getting out of you feeling miserable? That's a shadow question. Once you identify it, then you can let go of it. And what you'll see is I will do a quote-unquote dance between all of this. Every single thing I ask someone on stage is either a shadow question, a when did this first start? Oh, I'm anxious. Okay, when did you first start feeling anxious? You weren't born this way. You weren't an anxious baby. Like, I'm too scared to cry for milk. Never. And why? Follow the trail of whys, because it allows you to go deeper. I'm anxious. Why? 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 And I'll do a dance between all three. Why? Shadow question. When? Why? Why? Shadow question. Shadow question. Why? And that's the dance. View my videos through that frame. You'll be like, whoa, I now see the matrix. But the most important thing is then take it and do it to you. Every single breakdown you see on stage is just an example of the type of chess moves that you must do with yourselves. And also, this is something that you'll come back to again and again and again. Meaning, for example, here we did some, then you have to combine it with letting go. The more you let go, the more you blast through different layers of resistance. Then you can do another passive shadow questions, and you might access even deeper things. Then you let go and come back to it. So it's a whole process. So don't be like, it has to be perfect the first time. No. This is just introspection. And one other thing, be willing to sit in the nothingness. When you hear a question, if no answer shoots up, don't try to force one, just wait. And maybe that day nothing comes up. But if you just spend 5 minutes, okay, nothing today, let's move on. Tomorrow you do the same thing, nothing. You're creating that open space for eventually something to come up.
Now, before things start getting intense here, if you're looking to go through a similar process yourself and receive direct feedback from me personally, no matter where you find yourself in the world, then click the link below this video right now and apply for online coaching. This is my signature program, so click the link and I'll see you in there.
And by the way, this here, again, it doesn't get fully to the cause, because like we talked about, and we're going to get to that too, you still have to know how to let go. But this is the awareness. Letting go isn't just like, let's take a few deep breaths. Oh, you got to talk to those parts of you and identify what exactly to let go of. Yeah.
I get what the why does. I get what the shadow question do.
Yes.
What does the when actually do?
So the when goes back to the earlier or earliest experience. Meaning, say, well, here's an example, right? When I was younger, like I said yesterday, I was extremely shy, extremely introverted, massive social anxiety, and a huge insecurity for me was showing interest in someone that I liked. Meaning, and it's like, that's so many people. I remember in school growing up, I think it was like 4th grade, I had a crush on a girl, okay, in my small little Swiss village. And guess what happened? People found out. Now, what happens, especially kids when they find out? Julien and Sally sitting in a tree. Oh, that's what you like, Sally? Oh, Sally, do you know he likes you, the Julien guy there? For me, that was not happy, that was not fun, it felt like death. Literally, that was like, oh my God, this is my worst nightmare. Which is insane if you think about it, right? Versus, yeah, I like her. Versus, no, I like no one, cut it off, no one. Of course, but for me it felt traumatic. And that's the thing with past trauma, no matter how good your childhood was, all of you have trauma. But the thing is, we look back at our childhood with our adult perspective. For child you, guess what? For me, that moment was my first worldwide media scandal. I was canceled by the world. Is that true? Not accurately, but for my limited perspective in 4th grade, that school, that classroom was my world. I was not thinking beyond that. And if the entire world is mocking me, I'm going to die. It's over. I'm ostracized from society. Not true, but it felt that way. So, what did I do? The aspect of me that showed interest in someone, let's take this, because it's threatening our survival now, and let's get rid of it. So we disown it. Then, I'm going to avoid any situation externally that might have this come up, and I will never embody this again. So, and that was funny too, it even led later on with me working on social skills. Do you want to know the first kind of mindset I had is, if I learn social skills, I'm going to be able to get into a relationship and talk to someone without them knowing that I like them. That's the same trauma-run thing, right? So with that, as an adult now, you might be thinking, okay, I'm triggered to show interest in someone. If you do when, you ask yourself, when was the first time I felt this? And the further back you go, the more to the root you go. But one little caveat with that, there are times where you will not remember, and that's okay too. With that when question, it's not about pinpointing the first time, which I've also seen with clients where they know the first time. It's like, that was the first time, but it's still there. This is just awareness. Perhaps the first time was before you could even form a proper memory. Or for any of you who have experienced like crazy trauma, right, capital T, you might even store that memory differently or just be completely blocked off to it. Perhaps your first experience was birth. Do you remember that, everyone? Hey, even a baby, a few months old. Do you have a perfect picture memory? You can't even see beyond this. So it's not about like how we logically think, okay, I need the picture perfect memory. Just think of this as accessing deeper sensations. Because in the end, letting go always comes down to feeling. So just asking, when did I first experience this? Not about finding it, but putting yourself in that mindset can bring up deeper sensations. Okay? And the when can be applied to multiple things. So you could start with, okay, when did you first feel with this example, the need to smoke? But then it might be around the parents. Okay, when did you feel around the parents? So feel free to throw this one in whenever. And there's no right or wrong way to alternate between these, by the way. It's just view it as whenever you get stuck at a level. So maybe you do a shadow question and you get an answer. Then you can do why, and then you're stuck. Okay, let's throw in a shadow question. Nothing. Let's throw in a when. So play around with it. And with the whys, the most important thing is go deeper, not wider. So say we take, I'm afraid of rejection, right? Why? And that's unique to you. Well, if I'm rejected, here's going wide. If I'm rejected, people won't like me. Okay, but you kind of said the same thing, just in different words. As opposed to, well, if I'm rejected, it means that there's something wrong with me. Okay, why is that bad or scary? Well, then if I'm alone, no one will ever love me. So always try to go deeper, not wider.
Now, what you just watched here is just a small piece of a larger system and process. So what you want to do now is click this video here to see exactly what I'm talking about and how it all fits together.